Hello and welcome to Aurei Plays Factorio Seablock. This is episode 188. We just finished some more research. We've really scaled up now, so I can just get whatever research we want. And yeah, then I guess maybe I want this. This seems like something nice. And I think we're basically at the point where we want to start looking into purple science because I think we have everything we need for this, basically. We need silver plates, but other than that, like mostly everything we have going in at least decent form. So let's see. Yeah, we should have the silver over here. We just need to squeeze that by the iron, and then we're good to go. Like this, yeah. Let's see. So silver. Let's bring that down here and up here. And we have some uranium going here, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, and I'll need to grab some more landfill. Meanwhile, let's look at the recipe chain for silver. We have that over here. Let's see. We can do it processed with nitric acid. Let's see. That seems fairly nice. But then the only thing is that we need to vary over the nitric acid, but I think we're already doing that for something. Right? Yeah, this is going all the way over there, so that's pretty nice. So let's make sure that we've got that going. Yeah, yeah. So we can actually go for the advanced silver smelting, which is really good. Yeah. Nitric acid, vary that over. Yeah. So the only issue with this is that this is gonna empty out and we're gonna run out of it. But that we can, like, we should be able to make that work with the stuff we've got going up there. So I'm not too worried about it, but we will be okay. Yeah, this is going quite nicely. Like we're building back up. Oh yeah, and the other thing I was kind of worried about is power. So how are we doing on that front? Yeah, I do wanna actually get some power placed first. So let's start with that, and then let's see how and we wanna ditch some of our stuff in the crap warehouse. Let's see, we don't need this. We don't need these guys. We should probably relocate them to a better spot. This is all stuff we don't really need. We can keep some of that. So casting machines are relatively useful. Yeah, I think this is a good amount of inventory space. Okay, let's see. So what we want is, let's grab a stack of medium power poles and then some solar panels and some accumulators. We're gonna place those down. Yeah, we have like a fairly high flow of the green circuits, but basically not enough to actually like really keep things going. So this is gonna slow down science again a little bit, but at least like we have all the preliminaries going. So and it might, like, we have a ton of iron going that way, so that should be good. Yeah, so let's make sure and place all that power down, and that's gonna give us a nice boost and make sure we can safely make it through the night again. So that should be good. Oh, and I forgot to grab landfill. We should have a little over here. Yeah, that's hopefully enough to get us through here. Yeah, I should remember to grab some more landfill when we go back up and fix the silver, because that's what I originally was going to do. I guess we do need a little bit more still. Yeah, we need to fix this up with the power poles. Like the way I've set it up now is kind of annoying, but we'll make it work. So we can do it like this. I guess we could actually set up all the power poles beforehand. Yeah, that works out. And that way, if we place down the ones that connect this, we can safely remove the ones that are over here. Because that's otherwise we're gonna get disconnected power grids, and that's no fun. Yeah, so let's get you guys here. Almost. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this all seems fine. Yep. And then finally, did I misplace? I did misplace these. Yeah, okay, so now I am running into power issues. Let me replace those quickly. Here? Yeah, we're good. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good. No worries. I did at some point. Did I switch? No, I didn't switch. Okay. So let's get the accumulators in there. Let's just check. We're still in the same power grid here, so that's good. Yep. This is okay. Whoops, almost okay. Yeah, there we go. And then we have these guys. Yep, okay. Yeah, so we need a little bit more landfill to get the last few in there. I told you, I wasn't worried. But thanks. Yeah, using your brain in Factorio is the primary way to get ahead. So I would recommend that. It's yeah. So I program for a living, and I know people that go, I'm already programming at work, and Factorio is too much like that, which I totally get. But in general, like it's just the right kind of tickling my brain basically. It's yeah, it's really sort of yeah, it strikes a nice balance basically. It's kind of tricky if you have stuff that you're basically if you need to learn the whole basics, that can be kind of intense. But once you get the general gist and you're only learning sort of the small new stuff, then it's a lot more relaxed as well. Like especially, so the thing that stresses me out would be biters, right? Which is why I play Seablock, and just not having the acute stress of biters and not having that is basically, that helps a lot. When you're in early phases of Seablock, like getting a power outage can give the same kind of problem, because you get these brownouts, and yeah, that can kind of mess with you, because you need to act now and not later. But other than that, like most things are not urgent, and the only consequence of not doing something is just that your factory slows down a little bit, which is, I mean, you would rather it not slow down, but if it happens, it happens, and that's totally okay. And that also, like, it sort of goes back to taking it slow. Like, it's totally okay to, especially in Factorio, to just take it slow, just to make sure that you're doing it right. That's really worth a lot. And if so I tend to fall in the trap on the other side of things, like overthinking it. So for that, I do also. So that's also where some of the setup comes from here, right? That, for example, the smelting setup, I don't, like, if I can't foresee the consequences of going one way or another, I might very well just try it out and make it in a way that's purposefully not scalable, such that I'll but with the intention and the really the thought of redoing it properly when the time comes, and not doing it, like doing it in a way that's not scalable in the beginning, sort of forces you to do that later. Oops, just fix this up. It doesn't. Yeah, it's a little bit space efficient this way, inefficient. So I mean, so what will happen is that I'll sort of procrastinate on redoing it, or switch between like multiple different things if I have different possible projects for scaling up. But in the end, like, just the slow progress helps a lot, and we'll just get there. Let's see. So, a couple power poles for you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1 to bridge it. So we can remove you, and we can put down a couple more plates, and we can already put down a couple accumulators. Okay, so let's see how power production is. Yeah, that should be quite a bit higher, and we get to be in a situation where we know what's up. Basically, we have plenty of power, and I just want to grab some more landfill wood before we go into the silver, because I used a lot for this project. Let's look at how the iron is. Like, the iron ore is looking pretty fine. The iron backlog is probably taking a hit. That's also my I guess where where a lot of the slack gets caught up. Like, we have this chest here which is full of iron. Yeah, it's actually not that big of a problem. I guess those things can only consume so much then. Yeah, let's grab some landfill here, and let's see. So if we look at how things are going over here, like, what's the issue? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, there we go. The issue is the throughput of these machines. And these are electronics machines 1. Let's maybe get those 2. Like, let's get them to 2s. Let's grab a little bit more steel, and we'll upgrade all of them to a 2. And that's gonna be pretty nice. Like, we'll get a little bit more throughput for these green circuits, and actually, the way we're looking at this, like, it's gonna backlog again fairly soon. Let's get one more. We'll get 1, 2, 3, and then the 4th one. So that's good. Yeah. Okay. That should give us a nice amount of throughput. We might need to increase this a little bit as well. Though, yeah, they're all getting their fill. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, let's go look at silver. Yeah, let's just check how the chain is. So silver plates. We're gonna make that from molten silver. We're gonna make that from silver ingots, which we are gonna make with. This is probably, that's a little bit too much. So we're gonna make it with silver nitrate, which needs nitric acid, and that's gonna be fine. We just need processed silver for that. Yeah, should be good. So the only things to figure out is how far does the nitric acid go? And do we have enough pipe for that? The answer is probably quite far and maybe not. So let's figure that out. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, it goes up to, actually it goes up all the way to here. So that's perfect. Okay. So then I guess we can fill some of this in. Like right here. Let's see, I think, so the recipe is, so we're gonna process it. It goes into the nitrate. And the nitrate then goes into the furnace. So I think we want to have the furnace on this side. And then we can do the processing over here. Or we can just bring the nitric acid down. That's also fine. Yeah, let's do that. So let's do a blast furnace over here. You get to make silver with this recipe. For that, we're gonna need a chemical plant. Do we want to do a little bit of belt in between? I think it would be nice. Let's do a little bit of belt. Should be the other way around though. So like this. Let's just do one layer of belt. That's like it's a little bit more flexible than direct insertion, but it's not as committed. Yep, so we're gonna do you. You're gonna go nitric acid. And we're gonna use an ore processor in front of you. And here we are, I think, gonna do direct insertion, right? How fast? So this uses one silver a second. One processed silver. And this produces one per second. So that's pretty nice. So the only thing is that we just need to craft a couple of underground pipe to bring this guy over here and run it like this. Okay, I guess we used a little bit too much of that. Yeah, let's go. And connect this up here. Okay. So then you guys can just go here. We'll add an inserter and then we only need to bring power into this. So we'll go like this. Power everything. And there we go. Okay, yeah, that should be pretty nice. So we'll bring you guys into here. And then an output to drop like that. And then we can do it like this. And then I guess we use an induction, just a normal flow, right? Induction. Let's see, do we want to do the special one? Probably, yeah, it needs the more advanced research. So we're just gonna do the normal. Though we could actually, I think it makes sense to actually do the special coil thingy here, because then we build in the uncoiling at the end of the belt. It gives a lot of belt throughput and it makes it really easy to switch over if we need to. The only cost we could take there is that we need to drag the coolant on a little bit further, but that's not actually that big of a cost. So I am gonna go ahead and do that. So we'll need an induction furnace and a strand casting machine. And we'll need to fill in some of this. Like this, should be fine. So in order to, actually, and initially we don't need the coolant, we just need water, right? So that's fine. So induction furnace, oops, that's a little bit low. Yeah, there we go. And we'll do input over here. We'll do molten silver. That's molten steel. Let's fix that up. Cobalt steel, nope. Silver, there we go. And you guys will get some power. You guys will get some power. How's stuff over here? You need to drop like that. Okay. Okay. It looked a little bit weird, but this is better. Okay. That should be fine. Yeah, we're just gonna get all of you in here. And then we have a strand casting machine like somewhere over here. And you're gonna make silver coils. Yeah, let's do water or an offshore pump. And some underground pipe. And we'll just connect it like this. Yeah, there we go. Some iron. We'll connect this up. I'll definitely not remove a pipe there later and be surprised that everything collapses. And there we go. Okay. Yeah, so this doesn't have power still. There we go. That's better. Okay, so now we're getting silver coils. So we can output those. And we can bring them over on a belt if we have any belts, which we do have a little bit, but not that much. So, and also what's gonna happen is I'm gonna confuse this for. See, is this okay? I think it is, right? Yeah, it should be. Yeah, I'm gonna confuse these coils for either iron or steel and be very confused when I can't uncoil them into that. But yeah, we'll make it work. Ooh, interesting. The iron ingots are actually... This is kind of weird how this looks, but yeah, okay. Oh, we're actually low on the iron inputs. Interesting. Yeah, that... I guess that sort of makes sense, but on the other hand, we're totally fine, so I'm not too worried. Let's continue researching fact transmission. That's probably nice. Let's get that going. We still haven't looked into modules, but we'll be fine. Let's see, like what is the issue? How are we on? Yeah, mineral sludge is a little low. Let's see. I'm here to grab a bunch of basic transport belts. Let's just check out how stuff is over here. Like, is it that we're low on the sludge? Yeah, it looks like it is, right? Yeah, it is that we're low on sludge. So as of now, since everything on the belt is so full, and we've like incurred a little bit of a backlog, well, risk I wouldn't say, but sort of a backlog. Yeah. Again, it's like the fact that we're building our backlog here is just means that we don't have enough ore to keep up with that, but we do have enough ore to keep up with the rest of production, which is totally fine. Hi Toja, see you. Yeah, so let's connect this up. We'll just run another belt, like totally up there, and then we'll work on the next science pack. Right? It's gonna be this guy. We're gonna need a lot of components, but most of these are gonna be fine. Like, we're gonna need a ton of naphtha though. That's something we're gonna have to do something special for. Like, we can't just pull that out of thin air. But we can get started on it now. So yeah, that's gonna be sweet. We're basically, what it's gonna mean is that we're not gonna get bonus steam from the naphtha burning, because we're burning quite a lot of naphtha right now. A lot of fuel oil too. So yeah, that's actually fine. Let's see, this is sulfur dioxide gas. Okay, that's excellent, because we're gonna run that up again. Like, we might just run that like besides one of these, or around here somewhere. Um, yeah, let's go like this. Let's go up here. And this is gonna give us a nice backlog of silver coil as well. It's gonna take a while to fill up probably. And this is also likely part of the resource strain on the system, right? And the fact that we're fully consuming our silver, or I don't know if we're fully consuming it, but at least like the line is moving, which normally, or it might be a while before that's actually the case. Yeah, so I'm just gonna grab some more belt over here. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, that's actually replenished quite quickly. So that's also part of the resource strain, right? The actual the belt. Yeah, so I guess we go back up again. This is all going quite well, looking good. Yeah, here it's really raw machine throughput that's limiting, not the iron, which is interesting. Yeah, it will be a while before the silver coil comes up here, but that's okay. We'll just run a little bit of landfill up here. Yeah, and we probably want to bring some of that copper back down. So that might be something for a nice belt. Just run the copper belt like in here. I actually do like that a lot. That seems just free like resource reconsumption. And then we don't need to keep an eye on this all the time. How's this going? Okay, it's quite slow, but it's okay. Let's run some belt down here. Yeah, there we go. Let's see, we have the sulfuric acid over here, but not. Oh, why am I running these next to each other? I guess because I sort of gave up on the idea of using the two belts here. Yeah, let's go up here. Yeah, I do want to fix this up. Do I? It's so much work. Yeah, let's actually fix it up. Or I'll relocate this belt to the place where it should properly be, right? We can do that from like up here. So instead we would have two empty here, right? Then the titanium and then this guy, right? Two empty, titanium, this guy. Yeah. So we can just rework this from, like, if we need to rework it, we can do it from this point onwards. It's a little bit ugly. Yeah, I do need to ask myself, ooh, okay, yeah, let's go get some giant worm sauce. I tend to interrupt myself a little bit. My girlfriend hates it when I don't finish my sentences. Let's see, we have our plasma turret. Yeah, let's go over here. And connect this up. There we go. Zoop. Bye bye worms. So I think this is not even the biggest worm. There are bigger ones. Like, I think like behemoth worms might be the biggest. They look like they're like 4x4 squares or something. They're insanely big. Let's see. Okay, so what would we need for these guys? We would need lead plate. Oh, we would need lead plate. Those are all the way down at the bottom. Oh, which mod gives that? I think it's Bob's Enemies. I'm pretty sure. We can actually see that if we find an alive one. Let's get some more research going. Automation 4? Sure, why not? Let's see, yeah. So here we see, so yeah, the configuration here is Bob's enemies, Seablock, and Bob's enemies. So just Bob's enemies and configuring it should be enough to get you like these um, huge worms. Yeah. Let's cut this episode here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps people like you find it too. Thanks!